everyone, welcome to School of Scarlett. Today I have another kind of heart-to-heart with you. I used to kind of do these porch chats way back when I first started the channel, and I haven't done them in a while, but my last video I filmed out here on the porch of my office, and I think I'll go ahead and do that with you here again and just see what we talk about. I know that just off the bat, I just want to talk about the energies and everything that I've been kind of feeling. I don't know about y'all, but it's been feeling very intense. Like there is a big change happening. There's kind of like this upheaval happening. If any of y'all are feeling that as well, leave me a like or comment down below and just let me know that you're resonating with that. So that's kind of where I want to take this conversation. Is I really feel a lot of changes, a lot of things that, you know, were totally unexpected are now happening and coming up. So there's a lot more of that shadow that's kind of emerging to the top. We're seeing a lot more of what was hidden underneath. So for me, it had kind of been really calm for a while. And then this year of 2024, a lot more has come up, and there's just been a lot going on here with me, and it's just a whole lot that keeps happening, right? But everything is actually happening for our own good. And my mom called me last night to let me know that they were going to do a bathroom remodel at their house. And so she was just sharing some good news. And so we were talking about that for a while, and she was telling me, you know, how much the quote was, how much it was going to cost. And it seemed, you know, to me, I didn't know what it cost, but it seemed like a lot to me. But come to find out, it was actually very reasonable. But we were talking about, you know, what all that entailed, you know, what all that quote had to do with. And it had to do with ripping up all of the tile in the bathroom, all of the floor in the bathroom, all the fixtures, the plumbing. Literally everything had to kind of come out, right, for her to have her dream bathroom. And so she told me also that she had this kind of vision of a bathroom that she had been dreaming of, and she had this vision a while back. And one day she was getting out of the bathtub and she kind of like felt like some pain in her leg, and she knew that she needed to kind of remodel her bathroom in a way that was just a lot more comfortable to her. So this just got me kind of thinking on today's message around how sometimes we have to go through a whole upheaval to really have that dream that we have been wanting to have. So just like she's had that dream bathroom in her mind, it just doesn't appear out of nowhere. You know, it will appear eventually, but there is a process to that. There is some tearing out. There's, you know, taking all that tile out. There's, you know, just kind of demolishing what was there before. And if any of y'all have been through a remodel, comment down below what that's like. You know, when you've remodeled your kitchen or your bathroom, you really have to do quite a bit. You know, you got to literally go in there and destroy what was there in order to put in something new. So what I'm kind of feeling is like there's a bit of this going on right now within our own lives, where maybe we have in our minds what we want for ourselves, or there's a dream that is definitely starting to manifest, or we're feeling that it's manifesting, or we're going more in that direction, following our heart. But in that direction that we're going, we're starting to see that a lot of things are crumbling. And that may be that friendships are falling away, that may be that, you know, maybe family is falling away in some way, or, you know, old jobs, old patterns, old beliefs. A lot of different things can begin to kind of crumble. And it really feels like, oh wow, like everything's becoming more destroyed, or, you know, it's becoming, you know, just messed up. But that's just the process of allowing something and welcoming something to come new. So it is painful, it does hurt, it's uncomfortable, but I think I mentioned in my last video that really growth really only happens when we're uncomfortable. It doesn't really happen when we're comfortable, because when we're comfortable, if we're comfortable, we're not going to really do anything to change. We're not going to really move because it's so comfortable. So things have to get uncomfortable for that change to occur. So that's very natural. So in the process that we may be in and whatever is happening in your life, I know in my life it seems like there is quite a bit of upheaval. There's a change. For this fresh new start to happen, there has to be some space, and for that space we have to clear out the old. Just like in a bathroom remodel or a kitchen remodel, we have to tear out all that tile, we have to tear out all that wall, get those light fixtures or whatever out of there, so that we can have what we really want now, which might be something completely different. So this is all natural. It just is a stage of this process. So I kind of want to talk about it in the way of that this is the debris stage. We might be in this debris stage of having like things everywhere. It seems a little bit unorganized, a little bit chaotic. It seems like things are falling apart, but really actually they're falling together. So there's a call for patience right now. There's a call for having faith in the process. So as everything begins to kind of crumble, break apart, you know, in this upheaval moment, it does get uncomfortable. I mean, if you can think about, you know, I have remodeled a bathroom before and a little bit of a kitchen. And when you do these things, you kind of have to work around the debris. So there might be like you took out the kitchen fixture or something, and for like one day you might not be able to do your dishes in that sink. So you might have to go do them, you know, in a different sink, or you might have to go eat out, or you know, you might have to go stay somewhere else while it's being done. So there's going to be a little bit of change, a little bit of discomfort happening, a little bit of changing in your routine at this time, and it may kind of take you out of balance. You know, your nervous system may kind of feel all out of whack, and it's time also for that self-care, to take care of yourself in this moment. If you have to go eat out, if you have to go get yourself some food somewhere else, or hire some help in the process, or go stay with someone that may be able to take care of you, this may be the time to do so. You know, be gentle with yourself in this process of what I call the debris stage. And then following the debris stage and just kind of alongside it, you know, we know that things are kind of breaking apart, falling apart. And in the case of a bathroom remodel or a kitchen remodel, we kind of already have in our mind what we want to have there when it comes, right? The new bathroom, what that's going to look like. You might have like a Pinterest board and you've already kind of chosen everything, or maybe you've been going to Home Depot and kind of already taking pictures and choosing all the things that you want in your new bathroom or in your new kitchen. So all of that planning is happening. But sometimes in our lives, we kind of get, you know, we don't know that these things are going to happen. We kind of just, you know, get surprised, I guess you could say, with this kind of upheaval that may happen. And we notice that these things are happening, and, you know, maybe there's changes in our lives and things are beginning to leave. And, you know, those things might be our job, they might be a relationship, they might be friends, but it's also time when these things begin to leave, or we sense that these things are leaving, to really have in our mind, now what do we want to happen? You know, a vision. Envision something for yourself. A long time ago, I used to do vision boards, and I used to work with clients that had real bad depression, to create vision boards and to kind of motivate them to see what they could have, what could be different for them. And it was a very positive thing that we would do, and it was really helpful. And I began to do it for myself, and then I began to do it with my daughter, and between like 6 months to a year, the majority of those things on that vision board had come, you know, to fruition. They had come true. So it kind of got me thinking today that in this process of things kind of breaking down, you know, aspects of our life may be leaving. What do we want to be replaced in that, or what would we like to see in that? Because you see, when something leaves, there's an opening, something rushes in shortly after. You can kind of look at your life and look at other people's life, and it's always like that. It's not like there's a big hole forever. There's going to be something that's going to come in. And when we have intention and when we think about the things that we want to manifest, those things will be the ones that come in, or something similar, but usually something better. So it got me thinking today to get myself a notebook. I used to kind of just have a notebook. I like to write, and so that's one of the things I like to do. And so for me, I'm not so much picking out the pictures right now, but just writing, you know, what do I want, you know, the next 6 months to be, the next year to be, what would I like to see come in these various areas of my life. So begin to kind of journal, or if you enjoy, you know, I don't know if there's very many magazines anymore, but cutting out pictures from magazines, or making yourself a Pinterest board, or, you know, printing out pictures and cutting them out and creating yourself a vision board for what do you want to happen in your life, because it may feel kind of like you're losing everything right now. And what doesn't seem to come up for us is what's going to happen next. And oftentimes that can create like anxiety, that can create the nervous system to go out of whack. But we have to have faith and realize that whatever is leaving is making way for something more aligned to our heart. So long as we're aligned to our heart, everything is moving in that direction. And so we can actually envision, we can actually, you know, make a vision board, journal about these things, And in due time, these things will begin to arrive, usually something a lot bigger and better than we had thought. And these things will arrive in time. So that's the next part of this, is just having patience. Having faith that life is always taking care of us. Everything is always working out in our favor. Everything is working out in order to align us more and more to our heart. So sometimes things that no longer are aligned to our heart just can't stay. They're going to have to go, and that's just part of life, and we really see that. The other thing I was doing is doing a lot of nature walking. These last couple of days I haven't posted any videos. I've been doing a lot more nature walks, and the trees have really been kind of putting on a show for me. I don't know if any of y'all have been going for nature walks where the season is turning to fall. And so the trees here are like losing their leaves, and as I'm walking my usual trails, some wind will come through and you'll hear the rustling of the leaves, so there's all that senses in your ears. Then the leaves will come down and they'll be yellow, red. Check out my shorts video. I'm going to upload a few of those little videos while I was doing my nature walk. But what the trees do is they really do let go during the fall or the autumn. They let go of all of those leaves and they really become quite bare. And at some point it's not so pretty, right? When it gets closer to winter or something like that, they literally just look like twigs. There's nothing there. Right now they're kind of pretty, right? Because they have the colorful change of the leaves. They're actually very pretty right before there's a change. So you may have really grown a lot in this past year and, really shifted into your highest self so far. And you look beautiful and you're radiant, and so many things have changed with you. Just like those trees. In the fall, to me, they're the most beautiful. They're so colorful. They're really beautiful. But right after that comes a bit of a change, right? You become pretty barren, pretty empty. And so that's just part of this process. It means nothing about you. Doesn't mean that you're good, that you're bad, that you're doing anything good, that you're doing anything bad. It's just a natural process of things. And now we're going into this kind of stage of letting go. And just like the trees let go without a fight, they just let the leaves fall. We have to do the same. We have to allow for those things that need to leave without clinging on to them, without trying to put them back together. We got to let go. We don't see anybody trying to paste the tree leaves back onto the tree or anything like that happening. They let them go. And same thing with the bathroom remodel or kitchen. When they go in there and demolish everything, we don't go in there trying to fix it. We know that something better is coming, and so we just have patience about it. We work around it. So that's what this message is about. It's just a message to encourage you to, in this season, allow those things that need to go, and just have faith that what's going to show up next is going to be most aligned with your heart, and whatever is happening for you is happening for you, not against you. The other thing that I have here is I've gotten back into journaling. I actually created a journal for School of Scarlett. It's the School of Scarlett journal, and you can find this on Amazon. And I had, for the longest time, been a counselor working in like social work settings, and I would always recommend that people would journal, but I never journaled myself up until a couple years ago. And a couple years ago, I started journaling for myself, and I found it to be so beneficial. It's literally like communicating with your highest self, your truest self, and when you start writing, it just all of a sudden starts flowing, what's really in your heart, the truth of your being. So I created this journal with you in mind. I have 111 journal prompts. So these journal prompts, for example, they just encourage you to write about something if you don't have anything on your mind. The majority of these actually do connect you with your truest, highest self. So, for example, one of them here says, what past experiences are you most thankful for and why? And so you just go ahead and start journaling about that. Start with one sentence and it keeps on going. You're going to see that this kind of automatic writing process is a gift that you already have within you to kind of reveal what's already in your heart. Sometimes we don't know what's going on with us. We don't know what we want. We're kind of confused about it all. And something like this can really, really help support you in this process. So in this stage that I'm in, I'm journaling, and I'm using my own journal because I haven't gone through all of these journal prompts. There's quite a few in here. And I'm also doing my manifesting through my journal. So I encourage you today to, pick up some practices like this that are aligned to your heart, that are going to support you through this process of life that you're going through, this stage of life. If you're resonating with this video, give me a like, comment down below how it's resonating with you, what's going on with you. I would love to hear from you. So if you're new here, thank you so much for coming here. I hope that you'll subscribe. I hope that you'll come back. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I will catch you on the next message. I love you all.